SGMA stock, SigmaTron International Inc., currently trading at $8.52, a gain of 35.78. So at some point, as you can see on the screen, it was up at $8.72, a gain of 39.3% at that time. The volume so far has increased. As at the time we refreshed this page, it was 3 million, and that is absolutely, or just right about its entire float. The float is 3.34 million. Shares outstanding is 4.285 million. All these are very relatively small floats and figures. It says here, price reached a new 52-week high of 9.16. This exceeds the previous high of 7.95 by 1.21 dollars, and it is 223.67% above the 52-week low of 2.83 dollars. So the news out there is that its earnings outcomes were okay. What was it, better or just good? It says revenue increased by $85.75 million in the first quarter of fiscal 2020 from $60.5 million for the same quarter in the prior year. Net income for the first quarter ended July 31, 2021 was $8.796 million compared to a net loss of $900,000 for the same period in the prior year. Okay, so those are very, very good outcomes amongst other things, and the fact that it has this relatively small float. But for some reason we don't have, normally when you have this sort of figures when it concerns its float, you will find volatility to be in the at least in the hundreds, but we are looking at only 60.25%. so what we are seeing here, it's a big day, heavy trading going on. The stock its underlying trend is a bullish one. You can see what's going on here. It's definitely, this is 200-day moving average. The longer term moving average is upward sloping, and we can see since sometime in October it has been bullish, extending. Okay, and then sometime in November it moved on to the next stage, continued on, and a relatively steep angle of attack over there, and then leveled off, and we are now up again on another upward trajectory. So that's what's going on now. The stock has continued to, its bullishness has continued to feed on itself, apart from maybe from around April, when it moved from April to late July or early July, when it moved pretty much sideways. But all in all, and indeed of late, yes, it's been correcting and all that stuff. But the underlying trend, as we indicated, is very much bullish. So you can see what's going on here. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator at some point waned, but now it's still very much bullish. MACD clearly above the signal line and moving up. RSI strongly bullish, 85.8, strongly bullish. So SGMA stock appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. It's outperforming the S&P 500 based on the comparative relative strength analysis. Momentum is strongly bullish, as we indicated. The 14 period to low stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Today's volume is on track to be heavier than usual, with 3.018 million shares having traded so far. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of an indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. There's a heavy involvement in the stock, heavy involvement. So it's up now at $8.55 now, a gain of 36.58%. So yeah, it looks good. Things are they're sounding good. Yes, it's a kind of stock you would also, yes, want to probably have in your portfolio. The fundamentals sound right, even though we can't exactly say what the earnings outcomes will be in subsequent quarters and for some subsequent quarters. We don't exactly know whether they will continue to extend or move up. So if you really want to get involved with this stock, it looks cheap and relatively small float. It also means that it will also be volatile, even though the volatility doesn't reflect that, so but all in all, it's a bullish stock. It has a record of extending, cooling off a bit, then moving up to this next stage, but right now it has plotted okay, well, it has that history. You can see that extension here as well, but it also has a history of pulling back. So let's just see, fingers crossed, it might pull back again and provide another opportunity. So if you want to buy the stock, just look at what happened sometime in this is sometime in July, when it pulled back and corrected sufficiently and then moved up again. So if history is going to repeat itself, so we will say just hold on and see if it's going to pull back, correct, and then maybe provide another opportunity for you to get involved. But if you can't hold on, if you feel this train is definitely moving, if it's going to take off from the rails and fly to the moon, yes, by all means, get involved and see how things will pan out, but always see how you can always straddle your play to see if you can also get involved when it retraces and all that. Okay, SGMA stock currently trading at $8.48. At some point it reached 9.16 in this session, which was its 52-week high, and it has since pulled back to where it is now, 8.46. Volume continues to increase, and by the time you're watching this, the volume may have exceeded its float. So it's a heavy trading day, also implying that there's every likelihood that the market participants who are involved in it right now, may take their money off. Okay, so we'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.